Hello friends, I am Professor Anil Brahmin from Electrical Engineering Department, Sri Shankaracharya Technical Campus, and in today's lecture we will discuss the registers of 8085 microprocessor. Earlier we have already introduced the subject by creating human analogy with the microprocessor. This is lecture number 2, and in this we will understand what are the different registers which are kept inside the microprocessor. As we have already seen and we have already explained, in the microprocessor we are having a set of registers. This set of register is storing the information inside the microprocessor temporarily, and this information means the data and instruction codes are to be operated according to our program. The operation may be arithmetic operation or logical operation which is performed by ALU. So today we are concentrating ourselves to the different registers of 8085 microprocessor. Actually, by understanding these registers, we will understand the basic programming technique. We can say this, all these registers, internal registers, as you are seeing in the diagram, basically they are, we can say, similar to the cache memory of your mobile. Actually, if internally registers are there, the operations which can be carried out by the processor we can make very fast. Thus, here first we are introducing the different registers of 8085 microprocessor. As you are seeing at the top, we are having two registers W and Z. These registers are 8-bit registers, and these registers are known as temporary registers. Whenever the data or instruction code comes from this 8-bit data bus, it is temporarily stored in W and Z registers. Sometimes after arithmetic and logical operation, these data are also temporarily stored in W and Z registers. These temporary registers are used by the MUPI internally. These registers are not available for the programmers, which means we cannot feed any data directly to register W and Z. These are used internally by the microprocessor. Now we are having second category, that is a very important register, accumulator, known as denoted by A. It is also 8-bit register. It can also store the information. It stores the data as well as instruction codes. Now what is the basic difference between other registers and accumulator? In accumulator, after performing the arithmetic and logical operation, the result will be stored in the accumulator. That's why accumulator is very special register, because after each arithmetic and logical operation, the result will be stored in the accumulator. Suppose, say for example, suppose we are having some number 1 in accumulator register A, and say we are having another number 2 in register B, and we are using say one instruction, say add B, Then after execution of instruction 8B, the content of accumulator will be 3. That means 1 will be added to 2 and the content will be changed to 3. Accumulator will contain number 3. Which means after each operation, whether it is a logical or arithmetical, every time the result will be stored in the accumulator register. That's why accumulator is very important register of the microprocessor 8085. Now coming to the general purpose registers. In microprocessor 8085, we are having B, C, D, E, H, L. 6 general purpose registers. All these registers are 8-bit, which means 8-bit data can be stored in all these registers for performing different arithmetic and logical operations. Sometimes this microprocessor 8085 facilitate the 16-bit operation also. Thus, for operating the 16-bit data, this register pairs BC pair, DE pair and HL pair can be used. Which means for operating the 16-bit data, we can use this BC pair, DE pair and HL pair. These are the general purpose registers. Now coming to the very important registers which are responsible for different counters. Here we have written count. Actually here we are having 2 registers which are responsible for counts. This register is in which we are having, first is PC, program counter. It is a 16-bit register. First we will understand what this program counter register is doing. Suppose in a microprocessor memory, as we have already elaborated, microprocessor memory starts from 0000H hexadecimal, means 16-bit address line we are having. And because we are knowing, if we are having 16-bit address lines, the microprocessor 8085 is capable of addressing 64 kilo locations. 10 to the power 16 will be equal to 10 to the power 10 into 10 to the power 6. 10 to the power 10 is equal to this kilo 1024, and actually 2 to the power, it is 2 to the power 16. 2 to the power 16 will be equal to 64K, which is K is 1024 and this 64 is 2 to the power 6 and this K is 2 to the power 10. Thus, we are having 16 address lines which are capable of addressing the 64 kilo locations, ranging the address, highest address will be FFH in hexadecimal and lowest address will be 0000H. Now in this address we are writing actually the different programs, and these programs are written in the memory locations. Suppose, for example, as we have explained, suppose we are writing here some program for addition of B, as we have already explained. So when we are writing this instruction code add B, in the memory this instruction will be written as some operation code, because as we have already explained, microprocessor cannot understand whatever we are speaking. It can understand only the language of digits, digital. That means for each instruction we have to have a code. Thus say for add B, the instruction code 80H is written as the first location. If this instruction is executed, the content of accumulator and register B will be added and the result will be stored in the accumulator. Say for example, as we have elaborated, let the content of A is 01 and the content of B will be 02. Now suppose this instruction will be executed. This instruction we have written at say location number say 2000H for example. If this instruction will be executed, the content of accumulator after execution of this instruction will be changed to 03. That means earlier content of accumulator, which was 01, will be added to by 2 and the result 03 will be there in the accumulator. B content will be same as it is. Now suppose after this some other instruction is there, say any other instruction is there, this is to be executed, say instruction number 2. Now for executing this instruction, the memory address must be 2001. Now coming to the explanation of program counter. What the program counter is doing, it is sequencing the program. How it is sequencing? Initially we are feeding the starting address from where we have written the program in the PC. That means starting PC content will be 2000 and automatically this program counter register will be incremented by 1. Always this PC will be incremented by 1. So what the function of program counter is, it is sequencing the program. Very important thing. The PC is sequencing the program. How? Starting address we are feeding, starting address where we have written the program. And then automatically by the timer mechanism, every time PC will be incremented by 1 so that next instruction will be executed. Thus this PC is actually pointing out the address, which means this PC, as we have seen, is connected with the 16-bit address bus. And this address are ranging from 0000 to FFFH, and they are pointing out the different locations. Different locations may be from 000H to FFFFH. Total memory locations are 64 kilo. Thus, the program counter register is very important register because it is sequencing the program by every time incremented by 1. That's why this register is a 16-bit register, because our address lines are also 16-bit. Address lines are A0 to A15. These address lines are to be decoded, and after decoding, a particular memory location will be pointed. At the memory location, we are having instruction or data depending on our requirement of a particular program. Thus, the PC is very important, as we have already explained everything about the program counter. Now coming to the last register, which is SP, stack pointer. Again, it is also pointing out the memory, but stack pointer is used for when we require large data which are to be processed, and this by the microprocessor. And this stack pointer is actually pointing out the memory from last location, and always this stack pointer is incremented. Always it is incremented. So, if we are dividing this memory, we can divide this memory as here at the lower portion stack memory, then we are having user memory, and at the top from 00 to some location we are having monitor program memory. Thus, this memory is divided into 3 portions. Upper portion is monitor program, then after that user memory, after that we are having stack. And today we have explained all these registers of 8085 microprocessor in detail, except the flag register. And these registers we will explain in the next class. Again, we are reviewing some important concepts. We are taking a review of today's lecture. We are having in the 8085 microprocessor the different registers. This set of registers, sometimes in the industry examinations or in other examination, question may be asked as what is the programming model of the microprocessor. In that case also, we have to write all these registers, address data buses, and we have to explain all this. So as we are taking the review, we are having temporary registers used internally by the microprocessor. Then we are having very important register accumulator, which is storing the data, as well as it is used for arithmetic operation, as well as it is used for logical operations, because after each operation the result will be stored in the accumulator. Thus accumulator is very important register. Then we are having general purpose registers B, C, D, E, HL. These registers can be used separately as 8-bit data is to be processed. It can be used as 16-bit registers also for processing the 16-bit data. In that case, BC pair, DE pair and HL pair can be used. And we have created a green line for HL pair also, which we will elaborate later on, because it is used for as a memory pointer also, which is the new concept, important concept, which will clarify later on. This HL pair is also used as memory pointer. Memory pointer. So when we'll go ahead with the more programming, we'll see how this HL pair is used as a memory pointer, similar to program counter and stack pointer. PC we have explained, program counter is to sequence the program which facilitate the programming, user programming. Users are writing the program in the memory starting from user locations, say generally started after 2000H as we have seen here, and after user memory we are having stack memory, which is used as additional memory for storing the additional data. Because in the 8085 MUP we are having limited general purpose registers. Thus, the additional memory is required, which is, we can say, it is a stack. And a stack is actually pointed out by a stack pointer, SP. So, this is all about today's lecture, and we will upload the questions related to this lecture as in the Google form. You can answer that, and attendance will be recorded. And don't forget to subscribe the channel so that you can see the lectures related to other